Greetings, welcome to another energy update on Activations with JJ. This week we start off with a pretty special day. Many of you are aware of what is going on December 21st, 2020. And without going into all of the planetary movements and everything that you can find all over the internet, I just thought I would sink into that energy, knowing that it is important, that it's the solstice, the winter solstice, as we know, but there are also some different things going on. And without kind of reading up too much on it, I do know what I've seen on different pages on the social media and things like you probably have. I haven't studied it in depth. Sometimes I do that on purpose, just so when I channel, I can do it like kind of from a fresh place that is not really colored by the things that I've read. And so I will go ahead and kind of get into a mode where I can bring forth what is for our greatest and highest good. So I set that intention right now that we bring forth a message from light, from love, from compassion, a message that is for our benefit, our greatest and highest good as we come into this time. Hello, we are grateful to have you connect with us at this time. We are a ninth density council of light that is overseeing many of the events during the shift of this planet. We do acknowledge the importance of this particular time, but we would like to take your perspective out a little bit so that you can, instead of focusing on one day and one particular time, we would like to have you focus on a sort of a set of years and days, not just one day. And draw your attention to the fact that you are in the midst, particularly between 2012 and 2030, you are in the midst of a very beautiful yet somewhat tumultuous time. For those of you who are in flow, we say it is beautiful because you are able to flow, to move, and to be flexible with the tumult, aren't you? And it is your choice how you ride the waves, whether you fight the waves or ride the waves. We know that many of you feel the ups and downs. And yes, you are more sensitive than usual to the different planetary alignments, the different positioning of heavenly bodies, the movement in the galaxies and in the heavens. But we say to you that it is a time to flow with that energy. It will be for your greatest and highest good to simply ride the wave, as we mentioned before, to simply allow yourself space to pass through the highs and the lows, and to do so with a knowledge that you are not the high or the low. To bring yourself to a place where you can observe the high and the lows, all of the different polarizing things that are occurring right now. You can see those things and witness those things from a place of groundedness, from a place of stability, from a place of wisdom, and from a place of absolute love. It will feel almost as if you are detached, but In being detached, you are actually quite connected to Source, connected to the big picture, and not caught up in the trivialities. You are able to take in the landscape rather than focus on one tree in front of your face. And in taking in the landscape, you will be able to discern your particular journey through this time. For each of you have a unique journey, dear ones. Each of you have a unique journey. You have unique gifts, and you are loved. You are so loved. Again, we ask you to visualize this landscape almost as if you are looking from a bird's eye view at a map. It can be a treasure map or a map you would take with you when you go up to the mountains to decide which trails to go on. But close your eyes for a moment and visualize that map. And I want you to visualize important stopping places that will be along your journey. These are key destinations for you. And more important than each particular step that you take is the direction that you are headed towards these destinations, for there are many paths to one destination. But we wish to invite you to contemplate, what are those quote-unquote mini destinations? What are those small stopping points for you on this journey, particularly this journey from today until approximately the year 2030, so approximately 10 years? What are the main stopping points? Perhaps some of these stopping points, some of these destinations have already been placed in your heart, and you are working on manifesting them. And we say to you that the power is within you. We are here to encourage you, to offer you any assistance that we can. There are many, many in the heavens that are here to offer you assistance. And most importantly, your higher self and Source, which all is one, as you know, all is one, all is unified. So again, taking a look at that map, seeing those important places that you need to reach, and maybe focusing more on those than the tiny little steps. Just knowing what direction you're headed in is of utmost importance for you at this time. And allow yourself to ride those waves. So as JJ has invited us to follow the pattern of her energy updates by touching on and summarizing what we've said in 3 main points, it would be this: to ride the waves, to see the big picture, and to determine those destinations, those key destinations over these next 10 years. Again, we appreciate your invitation to us as we have provided this information in love and in light. And we bid you farewell. All right. Well, we have our message for this week. I suspected that it would be a little bit more focused on the December 21st event, but it seemed maybe more practical, I guess. Thank you so much for joining me on this update. Please take a look out for my next podcast episode, my next full episode, which will be appearing on December 24th, Christmas Eve day. And if you feel so inclined, I always appreciate you leaving a rating on the podcast or a like on the YouTube channel, and even subscribing. It helps me to get this message out to those who are resonating at the same place, so that we can find these groups. We can collectively do things and create. It's an amazing time. Thank you again, and the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.